Понял, под моим управлением. Наблюдаю у вас 292 на 94.
Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we're going to check it out, make a quick video on some tips and tricks on how to do the winter event. As you know, we are getting the winter event starting, yesterday. It's when I'm posting this video on Saturday, and I'm recording on Friday, so yeah. But yeah, make sure to subscribe, of course, and click the like button. But today we're going to check it out, some tips and tricks, sorry, on how to actually do it. I have some ways to do it. So of course here we see the price. The main price, of course, being the MiG-23 MF for Germany. It's probably going to have a very good market value. But also to use it, I'm going to use it when I get it. But yeah, just to you guys to see. I'm going to talk about more on the jet side of things and aircraft in general. But of course, if you want to, I'm also going to talk a little bit on the last part of the video. I'm going to talk a little bit about the tanks as well. The ships I don't care that much, but even the tanks, I stopped playing tanks, but yeah. So yeah, here's the price of the MiG-23, and let's talk a little bit about it. So the first thing that you have to do is, of course, open the achievements tab over here. So you're going to click on your name there, and you're going to go to achievements, and here we have the Israeli Air Force CBT. I'm getting the stars as well, pretty easy. But you're going to go to Operation Winter, and here you're going to have every single uh, thing that you can have, and each task that you're going to be able to complete. So as you know, you're going to have, you're going to need 10 tasks to get the 23MF, and one each. You need 10 stars, and you need 10 of them to get the 23. You're going to get a 1 star each 2 days. So as you see, it started today, 17th, 8 o'clock, and it ended up at December 19 at 8:30. So on Sunday, okay, on early morning Sunday. So yeah, these times are for my my time zone, so you have to check it out for yourself depending on the country that you are. But yeah, you're going to have to at least one of the 2 days you're going to, you have to complete between the 2 days. You're going to complete 3 tasks from the 5 tasks that you have here. So here are the 5 tasks. Of course, destroy 40 players, 20 in RB or 14 in SB. A total of 12 tons of bombs on of TNT, of course, on enemy bases. Get 12 assists, win 9 matches with 70% battle activity, or destroy 12 players on arcade, 4 on RB, or S3 in SB in one match. So, of course, players, of course, not AI. So we are going to get it. For me, the easiest ones to make and the fastest ones to make are, of course, the kills ones and the bomb ones. But let's talk a little bit about the bomb ones. So I'm using the F-105, as I'm going to see, as you're going to see here. It can take, like, if you get the M117, you can take like 2.5 tons or something of bombs of TNT. So it's pretty good. Just 4 or 5 matches and you're done with. Um, but you have a lot more bombers that can carry a lot more payloads. So you have especially the Russians with the MiG-27s, the both of them, and the Sukhoi 17 and 22. So if you get the MiG-27, for example, you can take 7 FAB 500 M62s, which is 2.4 tons of explosives. So yeah, pretty good as well. You can take the Sukhoi 17, for example, and get 8 FAB 500. So that would be 2,700 kilos of TNT, which is also nice. And of course the Sukhoi 22, which could carry also the 8 FAB 500s. Of course, you have another aircraft that you can use. Of course, the Yak-28, but it's kind of limited. It's going to need twice as many bombs. You can also take an aircraft like the F4, for example, that can carry 8,000 pounds. It's not that great, but yeah. But especially the bombers like the F-105 are pretty good. And of course, the Phantom, for example, the F4E, for example, can take 11 bombs with a thousand pounds. So this would be 3 tons of TNT each time you drop every bomb and hit the target. So yeah, pretty amazing loadout if you ask me. Also, you can take 16 M117s, which would be 3.3 tons, or 24 Mike 82s, which could be 2.8 tons. So in general, this is a pretty good idea to use. The Phantom itself is probably the best of them, but also the A7, of course. The A7 can carry a lot of bombs as well. But yeah, normally just use these types of bombers and aircraft. Normally American aircraft has an advantage here. I would advise you guys using either the MiG-27s or Sukhois of Russian Tech 3 or any top tier aircraft or the F-105 of the American Tech 3. So the Phantoms or the A7s, okay? As you saw, I was using the F-105. So let's get to the another part of the tasks. So to win 9 battles, I mean the objective of just using the bombs is just to get one of the things already and just grind a little bit of an aircraft that you have. For example, the F-105 is a bomber, so it's fun to actually use it for that. Of course, if you get 9 missions together with the Israeli CBT, which you need 5 missions, it's easy to get, but normally it takes a little bit more time. It depends on the aircraft that you have. Normally USA and USSR have pretty high win rates, the MLD right now, and a couple of BRs downwards, or even the FRJ right now has a pretty good win rate. I have it with 46%, which is alright. It's not the greatest, but yeah, you can do it as well. But normally I just use the bombs just to get one out of it, and then I focus on the kills. If the missions come, the win 9 missions come, you get 9 missions. It's alright and okay. But if you don't, you already have one of them, and you just need the kills. Basically, you're not needing your team. So focus on the bombs and then the kills. And if the win 9 missions, you get in win 9 missions, you just will be fine. Okay. So yeah, but the idea here is to use a very powerful, very comfortable aircraft to use. So basically, the idea here is to focus on the 4 enemies on RB and 20 enemies on RB, 4 enemies in one battle in RB and 20 enemies in many battles. So I'm normally using the FRJ, as you see right now, just because it's the aircraft that I'm actually grinding, making it top full upgraded so that I can make a video next week. But I would advise you guys to use any aircraft that you are comfortable with. Some special aircraft that I would advise you guys is the SPS, if you have it, the MiG-21 SPS. Pretty easy to get a lot of kills with that. Any type of MiG-23 or MiG-27. Any Phantom in general is pretty good for that because it has a lot of ammo. Maybe the F5s, but the F5s are a little bit harder sometimes because the aircraft is kind of slow for the BR. But yeah, the vegan maybe, or even some Israeli aircraft. Okay, so I would advise you guys to use some aircraft that you're comfortable with. I'm using the F4J because I'm grinding it out, but if I was not going to grind the F4, I was going to use the MLD. So yeah, but this is it. Basically, this is the idea behind the winter event. You just get a star each 2 days, and then once you get 10 stars, you're going to get the aircraft. If you're not comfortable using the aircraft, just sell it. It's going to have a very high market value, probably like 30, 40, 50, $60 maybe on the market, so, or gaijins, yeah, so yeah. And just a little bit to talk a little bit on the tanks. Not gonna do it, but of course here we have kind of a bad situation. You take a lot more time doing that, but you can do the. Normally, I used to do the 6 kills in one match and destroy 10 players' vehicles while in an allied strategic point, which is pretty easy. And then which one comes first is the better. So destroy 50 enemies or win 11 battles or 25 allies assisted. I would focus on 10 on the strategic and then 6 in one battles, and the other one that you get is just a bonus. You know, you don't have to focus on anything, you just play the game. But on aircraft, focus on the bombs first, in my opinion, and then on the kills. If the missions, you're winning a lot of missions, just you're going to get lucky and get it before that. Okay, so yeah guys, this is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. Very quick video, but yeah, and I see you guys on the next one. Bye guys, subscribe.